Sachs Yoma daf mem test. Tomorrow is a shayla boyer papa. Chafan chaveiro v'nosan say chafna mahu. Mole chafna beinon va'ika dilma. V'lokach v'hevi beinon v'aleka. Ein the sefer tesis bikurim. In the back of the Bikur Yaakov from the Orchel Ner on Sukkah, there has a suffix, the Gabi the Halacha, that you need a lekicha of etrog lulav. Do you need to make a Maseh lekicha to make the mitzvah, or it's enough that the lulav and etrog are in your hands? And the nafkamina is, let's say you take the lulav and etrog before Amud HaShachar, that you can't be yotza lulav and etrog and you keep it in your hands. Are you yotza? You have to put it down and make a new Maseh lekicha. So he brings a raya for the fact that you could accept a lulav and etrog from your friend, even though it's not yours until it gets to your hand. And nevertheless, you don't have to put it down. So you see, if it's in your hands, it's enough. You don't need a Maseh lekicha to be yotze with. However, he says from Al Gemara that says that that if you need velokach v'hevi, it's not considered velokach v'hevi if the Kohen Gadol didn't take the Molech Hafnaim himself to see to Mekayim a velokach. You have to do a Maseh lekicha. So what din? But lulav and etrog you have to actually take the lulav and etrog b'yadayim in order to Mekayim the mitzvah. And he says the raya that he brought from the fact that you're taking the lulav and etrog of your friend, even though before it's not yours, it's not a raya, because it could be lekicha and owning it is one ke'echad. The raya from Al Gemara holds is a very strong raya. Then he says furthermore from Al Gemara it's mavur that if somebody else would put a lulav and etrog in your hand, it's not considered lekicha. You have to take a lulav and etrog by yourself. He says it could be over here. It's different because the Kohen Gadol is not accepting it. He's not doing a Maseh to accept it. But in a regular case, that if someone gives you a lulav and etrog and you receive it, you close your hand, that's considered Maseh lekicha. But he said if that's the case, then if your hand's open and somebody puts a lulav and etrog in your hand, it's not considered Maseh lekicha. The same way in our sugya, it's not considered velokach. And he says it's Tzarachian. They didn't find in the poskim that there should be such a kbeda. They have to take the lulav and etrog b'yadayim, not through on the scene from your friend. Ein Sameach that argues on the Orchel Ner, and he says that if lulav and etrog is in your hand before Amud HaShachar, that's considered velokach. And he says you're keeping a raya from our sugya because by Chafina Yom Kippur there's a specific place you have to take a lekicha from the haketoret Maseh came. Lulav and etrog, there's no specific makom that you're supposed to take lulav and etrog from, so therefore, if it's in your hand, it's considered velokach. Moving further on, in this suffix of the Gemara of Chafan Chavev Nosan Seichadoi, the Yerushalmi puts this suffix together with two other sveikis. If you can make a midah lechafnav, and also a miyachnis acher to the chafina of the Yom Kippur, the Gemara says further over here. And Tzarachian and Gadol, why are all three of these shaylas totally zebazes? And Mikdash David explains that the suffix is one shayla. If there's an avodah on the Maseh chafina of the Kohen Gadol b'Yom Kippur, is that an avodah, or the whole avodah is that he has the haketoret in his hand? And Mikdash David says that all three of the Yerushalmi's sveikis are totally in the shayla. If the picking up is an avodah, so therefore it's specifically the Kohen Gadol himself has to do it, and someone else can't put it in his hand, and Kohen Gadol Ache can't be machnis b'mokum the first Kohen Gadol, and midah b'chafnav is the same shayla. There's a din in the Maseh chafina, he has to do it himself b'yadayim. Ein Sefer Shmos Chaim that asks very strong kasha on the Mikdash David. How can you say that the suffix of the Gemara is if the chafina, the Maseh chafina, has a din of the avodah or not? The Gemara before in the Mem Zayin has a suffix if you chayfim b'rashi etzba'isov, you chayfim mamal lamata. That the whole suffix of that Gemara only passes if the Maseh chafina has a halacha of an avodah, but if the Maseh chafina doesn't have a halacha of avodah, so what's to make a difference if you chayfim mata lamala b'rashi etzba'isov? What's to make a difference? Al-Koch you see from that Gemara that Gemara is going the chafina is a Maseh avodah v'tzarachian. And there's another Ari asks that the Tzvur, and the Ben Chanana, and the Iri over here, the Chafan Chavev Nosan Seichadoi is a Chafan Koyin Acher. And Tzorchin, why does it have to be a Kohen Acher? The Kohen Acher Koch, you see that it's an avodah. If it wouldn't be an avodah, you only need a Kohen. And Bemis it's Tzorchim, Nebe, in the Rach. But Monoshach, if it's considered an avodah, you definitely need a Kohen. You should need Dafka Kohen Gadol, because Kol avodah of Yom Kippur specifically be Kohen Gadol, but Tzorchin Oid Bezeh. Moving further on, the Gemara has a Shaila Chofan Umeis Maush Yachnis Ache Bechfinasoi, and the Gemara says it's totally in the Shaila. If Chayfin v'Chayfin, they have to be Chayfin the second time, then Kohen Gadol Ache could be Nichnas Mokum with the first Kohen Gadol. If not, then he can't. I know the Tosis Yeshanim that explains that if you hold Chayfin v'Chayfin, so therefore the second Kohen Gadol will be Mekayim a Chafina Lefnai Lefnim. So even though he wasn't Mekayim the first Chafina, which is the Iker Chafina, because you see that there's a Psul Machshova and you can't make a Middle Chafina. Mikomokim, since a Kohen Gadol made the first Chafina and the Kohen Gadol Ha'ivit is making the second Chafina, so it Beslan that the first Chafina was made with the first Kohen Gadol. Ayin Tosis that argues in the Mahalach of Tosis Yeshanim says, if you need two Chafinas, so how could the Kohen Gadol that's being Oivid only do one Chafina? So he says, he's making a second Chafina. Then Divya Tosis Yeshanim and the Rebbeinu Chanam also learns like that as Tzorchi and Gadol. If you need two chafinas, so why is it enough for the second Kohen Gadol to only make the second chafina? Ein Sefer Yad HaLevi that explains the Tosis Yeshanim that there's two different halachas in chafina of the ketores. One halacha is that with the Maseh chafina it's chal a chalois din korban of the ketores of Yom Kippur that's the dina is lahaktir the fnai lefnim, and there's another halacha with the chafina it's chal a shem b'lo krimtsoy of the Kohen Gadol. With the Maseh kmitz it's chal a chaloi shem krimtsoy of the Kohen Gadol. So he explains that the emes mitzad the halacha that's chal din korban of the ketores through the chafina, it's enough to have idea the first Kohen Gadol. The first Kohen Gadol made a kedushas korban, a kedushas ketores in the cheftza of this ketores, and that's enough. You don't need the second Kohen Gadol to be mashva the chalois din korban. However, the guy by the second halacha that should be chal a melechofna of the Kohen Gadol, that has to be the melechofna of the Kohen Gadol that's being over now. So the Yad HaLevi says that's the explanation of the Tosis Yeshanim, that the first chafina made the chalois kedushas korban in the cheftza of the ketores, but then it's enough through the chafina of the first Kohen Gadol. The same way you find even though the shechita of the par was through the first Kohen Gadol, nevertheless, the second Kohen Gadol could continue because it's chal a kedushas korban through the shechita of the first Kohen Gadol. So what din the chafin is the same way it's chal through the mice of the first Kohen Gadol, the kedushas korban of the ketores, and you only need a second Maseh chafina that through that it's chal the shem krimtz of a Kohen Gadol, and that is enough. Only one Maseh chafina of the second Kohen Gadol.